Camila Cabello is finally here. Yay! And she forgot her pants.
I was too excited.
I was too excited to put on my pants.
Guys, my album's coming out tomorrow. What's up?
I know.
So crazy. I'm so excited. By the way, hi, everybody. Hi. I miss you guys. I love you guys.
Hey, so on the eve of your album coming out, is it like Christmas Eve tomorrow morning? You go under the tree and open the presents? I mean, is it kind of like the same
Well,
excitement?
technically, I already peaked, but at the present.
Oh, okay, right.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, I know what I'm getting. But
you like it?
I do. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited. I'm excited for people to should I put these on or no?
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You'll need those in a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for people to hear it because I feel like I've been working on it for such a long time. And I've been getting to do so many incredible things. Like the past year, I've gotten, with Havana, it was amazing because I really did not expect that at all. But I got, so much exposure from it. And I always had this just like anxiety that I wanted people to know. Because I feel like the album has all these different sides of me. You know what I mean? And I was just kind of like, as an artist, you always want people to just know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for them to hear all of the different sides
You're
of
exposing
the past couple years.
You're exposing yourself to this album. Sort of like you're exposing yourself through this this skirt you're wearing.
It's kind of like in the album, I'm not wearing any pants either.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, and you know what? Laugh if you will, but that's really basically what it's about.
True.
I mean, a true artist pulls the skin down, and you see the bones, you see the flesh, you see the heart. But with Havana at #1 for 7 weeks, by the way.
It's so amazing.
You know what? The thing about this album that comes out tomorrow is, look, an artist will come out with an album. Here's a lot of great music. It represents who I am. Great. We all know the story that you've gone through this past year, 2 years, and it really adds several more layers to what this album is about. I'm sure to you that means the most.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, the great thing about, this album and just albums in general, I feel like, I don't know, for me, I'm kind of a private person when it comes to, aren't we all? Nobody really knows what's going on, in your personal life a lot of the time.
Doors.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like a lot of I feel like this album, people are going to be surprised to be like, oh, I didn't know that she even was going through this or had these kinds of experiences. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
I mean, is a part of you sort of regretting that you're sharing your innermost, deepest, darkest desires or thoughts?
No, because actually for me, I feel like this album is kind of like a sonic photograph, like a snapshot of a certain time. And I feel like that's always how I've looked at songwriting, is just kind of, I remember like the first time that I started writing songs was I was 16. I remember I wrote a song like about my first date with a guy that I liked that liked me back. And my first kiss, like all of that stuff was, documented. And I thought that was just so cool that I could listen to that now at 20 or, 25, 30 or whatever and be like, oh, this is how I felt when, I kissed somebody that I really liked for the first time. You know what I mean? And I feel like it becomes even more special after you're done with those things, because you're like, yeah, that was nice, or that was intense, or that was this, so no, I wouldn't. The only thing I would regret is, and I've experienced this like during the album, I feel like there are some emotions that are so fleeting, and then you kind of don't, it doesn't make you as upset, or it doesn't make you feel as intensely anymore, and then you're kind of like, oh, I don't even want to because every time you perform a song, you have to kind of like, every time you release a song, you have to relive it when you perform it.
It's true.
So
if you want it to be believable, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so sometimes you have to, I do keep that in mind. I'm like, do I want to relive this thing all the time?
But wait, has it ever become something different? Like you can take the lyrics to that song and apply it to something else? No, the original thing is still there. Yeah.
That's where it came from.
I don't know, for me.
Yeah.
So what is it about, I'm going to make an assumption that it's easier to be honest in a song, that feels safer to be honest in a song versus just like sitting down with someone and saying, hey, this is how I feel, right?
For sure.
So what is it? What is it about writing it down in a song that makes it feel like a safer way to be honest?
Well, it depends, because am I writing it in a song and then showing it to the person, or just
writing it down and then performing it?
Well, I feel like, I always think about this, but it's a lot scarier because a lot of the times people are like, oh, performing in front of a lot of people, like, isn't that nerve-wracking? Aren't you nervous? But I feel like it's so much scarier to put your heart on the line and tell somebody how you really feel. Like, I feel like that's way scarier. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no, if you can do it through song, you're more comfortable with music.
Yeah, for sure. And also there's like this like drama effects. There's like the movie, like romantic effects that comes from, writing a song for somebody. Like I don't know, that's so nice. But if they ask
you if it's about them, are you honest and say, yeah, it's about you, or do you just like...
oh, yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I feel like I would. That hasn't happened so far, though.
The thing about music is this, and maybe you agree or disagree with Camila. By the way, Camila Cabello, if you're wondering, hey.
Hi.
Album out tomorrow. Music is sort of the vibration of your soul. I mean, you could sit here and look me in the eye and go, hey, Elvis, I love you. Or if you sang, Elvis,
I love you.
See, it's connected to something else. It's connected to your heart, your organs. I mean, there's more to it. There's a resonance to it. Several things. Let's talk about the album, Camila. You originally didn't want it to name it Camila. It had some other name. It was what you were going to call it.
Quite a tongue twister, yeah. It was the hurting, the healing, the loving.
Which is actually what I guess some of the material on the album is about, loving, healing.
Yeah, but actually I feel like it kind of, even in terms of the songs that ended up making the album, I feel like it graduated from that. Because there was just this point in my life, I don't know, I feel like for everybody, things can change in like a really short period of time. Things around you change, and then you change. And then it's kind of like I was saying, the stuff that just crushed you you don't even care about it anymore.
Well, that's the thing. An album,
you know what I mean?
An album is about what you were going through. So by the time the album is recorded and out, you're going through something else. You're on a new album.
Absolutely.
You're on a new album now, I'm assuming. You're thinking about what life is about right now, not then. So
exactly. It's a snapshot.
It's like reading the Bible. You're reading a lot of stories about things that happened a long time ago. We need a third, fourth, fifth testament. Well, anyway, several things. Look, without getting too personal, and I don't want to go down any uncomfortable roads, but we all know what you've been through in the past year and a half, leaving the group, doing what you're doing now. I was having a conversation with a friend about how you have handled what I believe, I will assume, was a very stressful year and a half.
For sure.
Not only afraid of what people are saying about you, but about how you feel about you, fright, angst, excitement at the same time. Mm-hmm. Not only afraid about what people may think, but also afraid of, will I fail? Will I succeed? But at the same time, you always took the high road this entire time. Thanks. You had plenty of opportunity to say, I did this because of that and this and that. You never once went down a negative road, which may be difficult for all of us, but what a lesson for us all to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it on the front porch.
No, thank you. That's really nice. Well, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like life is short, and time is the most important thing. So I always want to spend my time doing stuff that makes me happy, that I enjoy, that, anything else is just a waste of energy. So
it's true. It's true. And look at the payoff. So how frightened are you about how people are going to feel about your album tomorrow?
It's honestly...
Are you frightened, excited? What are you?
It's weird. It's mixed emotions, because I'm not really frightened of what people think. I just know how I am. Like, I literally was thinking about this yesterday, and also because I can be just crazy sometimes. I have moments where I'm like, because like you were saying, you're always changing as an artist, and I'm never going to be like, oh yeah, that was perfect. Like, I'm always going to listen back and be like, oh, I could have done this different. I could have had a song that was more like this. I could have been more descriptive about this. There's always those things that you're like, oh, I could have done this better. And for me, sometimes it's hard to let that go. And that's a lot of the reason why I kept going back in. And so sometimes I'll still be like, should I just pause this whole thing today? Should I just go back in? But then it's like, I feel like part of this is also just letting go
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, that's it. That's enough. You know what I mean? And there's always stuff that you could do better, but that's why there's a second, and that's why there's, you know what I mean? But I'm always going to think that about everything. There's not one thing that I've ever done, whether it's a performance or anything, that I haven't been like, oh, I could do this. But that's just life. Like, there's nothing that's going to be...
Yeah.
You know, perfect. That's
an excellent way of looking at it. We could sit here and overanalyze every little square inch of our lives, but what do we accomplish from that?
Right.
And are we doing ourselves a disservice?
Yeah, because then you're just kind of consuming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's really, that was my biggest thing. But I literally yesterday I was like in the shower and I was just like having this I think it's also just because I'm nervous because it's like a big deal for me. And there's just been all this buildup, you know what I mean? Like the past year, how many times have we talked about tomorrow?
Right.
You know, so it's all this buildup. And so I was just kind of like, and then I was like, you know what? Just let go, just enjoy, relax, and just, you know, let it be.
Well, when's the last time you exhaled and just felt totally free and floating?
Well, I actually feel really good. My New Year's resolution was to just, to be more present and to just do more stuff for fun. Like just for fun. Because a lot of the times you get swept up in the career, in the work, and you're kind of like, you're always doing stuff for a certain purpose. Like, oh, for this performance to be great, for people to love this song, for people to love this video. And I'm just kind of like, this year, I just want to do more stuff with the purpose of just having fun. Like even coming in here, I'm like, I'm not going to be nervous. I'm just going to have fun.
Well, there's no reason to be nervous with us.
Right.
Well,
I mean, you walked in here naked.
But you could, yeah, true.
Hey,
I'm free.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How did you feel when, I don't know if you guys have heard the sound. I don't know if we didn't put it in, and it's my fault. When Elton John,
oh my God, that was insane,
said basically Camila Cabello is his favorite performer and artist.
It's crazy.
And he was asked, have you ever met her? He said, no, I haven't. But his description of what he did know about you through your music and through your performance was you're fun.
He said, you make me happy.
And you made him happy.
I can't believe he said that.
And Elton John, I don't think he's ever really been happy. I mean, no, I'm kidding. He said Camila and her music makes me happy. When someone like an Elton John says that about you, do you believe that really just happened?
No, I really don't.
How'd you feel when you heard about that?
I can't process it. I mean, I literally was just, I thought that somebody was trolling me or something.
Right.
I was like, oh, they cut this. He was talking about somebody else, and they just tweeted that it was me.
You don't believe it?
Yeah. And so then I heard the audio, and I was like, it's crazy. I sang your song. His song.
Yeah.
Not your song. Elton's song.
Funny.
Yeah. I sang it at when I was on X Factor. They didn't air it, but I sang that song at one of the rounds. I mean, it's insane. It took my breath away because I don't know. It's just,
here's what you need to do.
Insane to process.
Here's how you process it. I know. I can see you. I can see you like starting to convulse over this. And this is something we can all think about. If you're Camila Cabello and an Elton John says that you are at the top of your game, if you are Bethany and someone says they love that podcast, they can't wait to hear the next one. If someone says, God, I love Danielle and she's such a great mom. I love listening to her talk about her kids. Don't let that stuff just float away.
Yeah.
Stop down, inhale it, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because these are the moments. These are the moments that make us love life. And prove to us that life loves us. And
I love that.
When I heard Elton say that, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I would have crapped my pants.
Yeah.
But it would be like the best pant crapping ever.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But you didn't wear pants, so please don't. Camila Cabello, by the way, reminding you her album is out tomorrow. Oh, you were on with Fallon last night?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a highlight. There's a headline. You just bought your own house?
Yeah, I did in Miami. Yeah.
Have you been to Target yet to fill it up?
I went to IKEA.
Yeah. You know what? You got to screw all that stuff together, but it
and
works.
Have you ever been to the buffet at IKEA?
Oh,
Yeah, the meatballs.
The Swedish meatballs are so good, and they have this little purple gravy with the mashed potatoes.
That's fantastic.
Now, Camila, do you put your own IKEA furniture together, or do you have a person do that for you?
I have my parents. No, I can't do that. I would be so easily distracted. I was just, oh my gosh, want to know what I did all winter break?
What?
I watched 6 of the Harry Potter movies and 4 seasons of Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
Good for you.
Sex and the City. It's never too late to watch Sex and the City.
Oh my God, and it's crazy.
Does it make you want to move to New York a little bit?
I am. That's also one of my resolutions. I am.
Yay.
You want to buy an apartment? I got one for cheap. When you move into an apartment or a new house, always replace the toilet seats.
Yeah. Nice. That's good advice.
You're sitting on someone else's toilet seats right now.
Wow. Hadn't thought of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or just Lysol it. Just Lysol it.
No.
Yeah.
Lysol kills everything.
I'll just bring my parents.
Let me tell you another thing that I love about Camila. She keeps talking about her family. Your family means the world to you.
Yeah.
And through everything that you go through, both fun and both rigid, whatever, your mom, your grandma, they're there for you.
Yeah.
Talk about how important that bond is and how we should all be paying closer attention to our parents if, God willing, they're still alive.
Yeah. I mean, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my grandma, my grandpa, they're my best friends. You know, it's people that, like, your family doesn't have any reason to, there's no intention. They just love you for you. It's kind of like, you know how your pet, like your dog, loves you no matter what's going on in your life.
Your pet doesn't know you can sing.
No, he doesn't care.
And even if you can't sing, they don't care.
Yeah,
You just start singing, he'll just lick himself.
Yeah, if you messed up, if you're, it doesn't matter. They love you for who you are. And my family, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If one person, but there'll be like the 5 people that buy my album. Even, you know what I mean?
Right, they're there.
Yeah, that's guaranteed 5. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they just make me feel safe and like a kid. Like, I love feeling like a kid.
Right.
I love that.
Hold on to that.
Yeah, I love feeling.
Always hold on to that.
Yeah, I love feeling just, safe. And my dad always talks to me like I'm like 5 years old. And I just love that,
Nothing wrong with it. It's everything right about it. Let's write a song together. Here we go.
Let's do it.
First of all, in Camila, she co-wrote every single song on this album. Always remember that. You just said something. I'm wondering if this is how you write a song. What did she just say? You just said something about how they love you for you no matter what you do or what you say. Mm-hmm. So can you imagine, let's say you're in a relationship with a guy.
Oh, wow.
And he has these complicated layers. They are hard to get through, and they're just so difficult to deal with. But at the same time, you know that way down deep, there's this core that you just can't resist. Mm-hmm. There's a song.
Right.
That's probably every song ever written, basically.
Based on that.
You're an a-hole. Your breath stinks. You're not good in bed. You never pay the bills. I'm so tired of you farting.
Okay, dump him. I don't see.
But down deep, there is this magical prince that I just can't resist. Okay, there's a song. Write it.
Perfect.
I get co-writing.
Yeah, that's it. That's the next single. That's the next song.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
how is it to write a song?
I mean, you could write about anything. Like, there's.
What's the last song you wrote?
It was actually Real Friends. That was the last song that I wrote for my album. And it was like almost didn't even make the album. It was like a week. We like wrote it and then mixed it, and then like in five days later it was out.
Here's a little bit right here.
My hand. Oh yeah. So sad. I'm like dancing.
Let me start it over. What are the first lines? The worst words? The first words are.
No. Well, the chorus is, I'm just looking for some real friends. All they have to do is let me down.
Okay.
Every time I let somebody in, then I find out what they're all about. That's so sad.
And here's what it says. Okay, so you heard her say it, but here's her singing it.
I'm just looking for some real friends. All they ever do is let me down. Every time I let somebody in, then I find out what they're all about. I'm just looking for some real friends. Wonder where they're all up out of this town.
There you have it.
Wow. Yeah. So that was basically just about, I was in LA and I was just, I don't really love being in LA. And so I was just writing this album and I was there for a few months and I just kind of, it was like I was going to the studio and then I was going to sleep and I was going to the studio and I don't know, it was hard for me to really make friends there and connect with people because sometimes it felt like when I live in Miami because I feel like when I go home to Miami, I totally forget that that I am an artist or any kind of public person because I'm just Camila. I hang out with the same people that I've known since like elementary school. And it's like, I don't know. I felt like in LA, sometimes it was hard for people to just kind of, and not just me. I feel like in every way, there's always, people because of work. And so then it's always like some tie and there's always something related to it. And so I was just kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of got tired of it. Even though like I have really amazing people in my life, but that was just kind of in that city, I just felt super lonely. And I was just kind of like, I want to hang out with somebody and just be two people, not like
have ulterior motives.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and this is what I love. One of the many things I love about you is when we hang out, we could easily talk about music and talk about concerts and ticket sales, and we don't. We just talk about like your mom's food.
Right. Exactly.
Have you ever heard Havana by the Rubber Chicken?
No, okay, but somebody sent me this video and I forgot to check it.
This is a Rubber Chicken playing Havana.
Oh my God. And there's a video too, right?
Yeah, here we go.
I have to see it.
Here we go. Just a little piece of it.
Oh wow, that ad-lib was really good. Killing it.
All right, you needed to hear that.
But I wonder if somebody is changing the notes or did they go and like tune it so that
there is no auto chicken. There's no auto chicken.
The rubber chicken.
Yeah, wow. It's a rubber chicken. That's talent.
Wow. So depending on like if you squeeze the foot or if you squeeze the thigh, it'll make a different note.
Depending on what color the meat is.
You think you're you think you're a talented artist.
Wow.
If you
work with that chicken.
You got to play a rubber chicken. All right. Well, look, many reasons to celebrate. Yeah. I know that they're trying to. You got other things to do. Where are you going next?
I have no idea, but I just want to stay with you guys today.
Well, you can stay here all day.
Talk about life. Hey, by the way, is Matthew Hussey still?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, we all do.
He's great.
You know what, Matthew
He gives
Hussey,
good advice.
Yeah.
Wait, where is Matthew? Come here. Where's Matthew? He is here right now.
No way.
Where is Andrew? Andrew Hussey, his twin brother. Listen. This is my assistant, Andrew. Hey, Matthew Hussey. Camila Cabello says she's a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you so much, Camila. It's great seeing you. How are you?
Oh, my God. That was really good. At first, I was like, wait, have you been Matthew's twin brother all along?
Oh, no, it is Matthew. How are you?
Wow, that's good.
You are a butterfly, Camila. Your album is fantastic. You're doing great. I'm very, very proud of you.
A butterfly. That was a really good British accent.
Here's your other friend, Shawn Mendes.
Hey, Camila, what's going on?
Oh, my God.
Well, thank you, Shawn Mendes and Matthew Hussey.
Wow, that was good.
How many minutes do we have?
Negative minutes.
Negative minutes. Oh, you can't do questions from the common man. All right. Well,
oh, no.
We're going to play your song as you run for your life. But where are you taking her next? I just need to know. Is there like a TV show?
Down the hallway.
Down the hallway? Okay.
Oh, I'm right here.
Okay, here we go. Questions from the common man. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Greg T, questions from the common man.
I like this theme song.
Oh, this is the theme from
Andy
happy. Griffith.
Ooh, nice.
You should whistle in your next song.
Ooh, yeah.
Yo, CC, what's up?
What's up?
So, I read that you love chicken nuggets, and my favorite dipping sauce is honey mustard.
Nice.
I was just wondering, what's your favorite dipping sauce?
Ooh, that's a great question. I like to get a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mayonnaise, stir it around a little bit. Boom, shakalaka.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Yeah, my girl CC over there, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Hey, what's up?
Well, before you were famous, what was the worst job that you ever had?
I was 15, so I didn't really have a job, just being a student. PE. Does that count? Can't do it.
Did you fail at PE?
Oh, my God. Push-ups? Can't do one. Sorry.
Yo, C, you were born in Cuba. Cuba, it's famous for making cigars. Have you ever smoked a real cigar?
I never have, but I would like to try one day.
Hey, what's your favorite Disney Channel movie? Mine is The Descendants.
Ooh, that's good. Mine would probably be what's the one that Demi and Selena were in? Nice.
There you go.
That's right.
Princess,
I
what?
love that he knows that.
Princess Protection Program.
Yeah,
I have
that's
3
a good one.
daughters. I've seen it 100 times.
All right,
Nice.
one
Or
more
Camp
question.
Rock.
So, by the way, can you get me some good Cuban cigars?
Oh, God. No.
Yes, I got you.
Sure, I was just going to ask, you know?
That is so illegal.
Well, anyway, 5 questions from the common man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks.
Questions from the common man. All
I
right.
love the voice.
Camila, we have a lot more music to hear from you. Camila is released at midnight tonight.
Yay!
Or you can go ahead and pre-order now. That's how that works,
You
right?
know, my
Wow.
son pre-ordered 2 copies.
No way.
Oh, please.
Oh, it's so cute.
I think, yeah, her son has dirty thoughts about you.
Stop it.
I don't know.
How old is your son?
At 12.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know.
He said, I know.
You know, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, you always have a home here with us.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for always showing me love. And I love when I come here and we just, I don't know, it makes me think about life. I like it.
Good.
I like it.
Life is kind of fantastic, isn't it?
It is.
Now, listen to this single. This is Never Be the Same. I love this song so much. Camila
Thank
Cabello.
you.